Mississippi State and Texas A&M. This is a game that, in my opinion, people are not going to do enough. And I think looking back on last week, this should be an undefeated versus an undefeated matchup. And you're looking at me, it's like, well, why? Mississippi State gave up 14 points off of a pick six and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Really should have won that game last week against Tennessee. So it's a great rally from Tennessee last week. But when it mattered most, guys, Mississippi State just couldn't do it. They couldn't move the football down the field. They couldn't get stops. But you know what? I like Mississippi State. I thought Tennessee was going to roll into Starkville and blow them out. But I'm very wrong. They're having the it's opened at 16.5. It's slowly moving down to 13.5. Guys, that spread dropped quick. It's gone from 16.5 when it opened to now it's at 13.5. And I would pretty much lean with Vegas. Vegas knows something that we don't know. And let me tell you what I don't think they know. Is that Texas A&M last week looked god-awful through the air. Casey Concepcion had another big game, but Marcel Reed was just not efficient. You know, you generated big plays off of Le'Veon Moss and Casey Concepcion, but you also shot yourself in the foot. You had 2 missed field goals, an interception that would lead to a touchdown. So you turned it over 4 times if you include the 2 missed field goals as turnovers, which I would. You had 4 turnovers, and you couldn't finish drives. You can't do that against this Mississippi State offense. Mississippi State can score, dude. They can make you pay. And listen, do I think that Blake Shapen made some bad reads last week against Tennessee? Yes, he did. Made some really bad reads, and it cost them a game. But I think going into this one, into College Station, knowing that Texas A&M's backs are against the wall, knowing that they struggled to score last week against Auburn, Mississippi State, I'm not going to say that they have a better defense compared to what DJ Durkin brings to the table, but they have an opportunity to keep this one very close from start to finish. And I think they do. And lock of the week going into this one, Mississippi State plus 14.5. By the way, give me the Bulldogs in this one. Give me Mississippi State to pull off the upset against the Aggies in College Station. Guess what? Texas A&M, I would not be pleased with its early season. Guys, secondary is going to have issues against Blake Shapen and company. You struggled against C.J. Carr. You struggled against Utah State and their offense. You have struggled against Jeff Traylor and UTSA. Guys, who's to say that Mississippi State doesn't go in and light it up? Who's to say that Mississippi State doesn't go in and create a balanced attack and own the time of possession, own the line of scrimmage, win the turnover battle, and bust Texas A&M in the mouth? I think it happens. And I'm not saying this because I don't like Texas A&M. I do. I think they're a completely different team. This is a completely different culture compared to what you have with Kevin Sumlin and Jimbo Fisher. But I think the stench is still there. Texas A&M, every single year since their second year in the SEC, has started off hot, and then they have one bad loss that has kind of spiraled. I think this is one of those times where Texas A&M is going to lose one of these games. Give me Mississippi State in this one, going to College Station and pulling off the upset against the Aggies. Massive win for Mississippi State. Don't be surprised if this turns into a defensive slugfest. This may get into maybe ended up being a 17-13, maybe a 20-17 type game once you get to the fourth quarter. It's going to be a dogfight from start to finish.